It shocks me with how many people are on the road and don't even know that their equipment is not even up to par. Look at this XPO truck in front of me. See that can right there on the passenger side rear wheel? It's literally hanging off the vehicle. Every time the guy hits a bump, it just dangles around and flops up and down. The guy has no brakes on the passenger rear of that vehicle at all. And they just let it ride. I wonder who's doing the inspections and stuff on these vehicles that are on the road. It seems like less and less and less people are really caring. Every day outside of Chicago in these busy cities, I see these trucks that are getting into accidents, that are flipping over, they're doing all kinds of stuff. And oftentimes I think to myself, I bet you somebody pulled out in front of him. I bet you somebody made him lock up his brakes. And I always want to give the benefit of the doubt to the truck driver, because they have a huge responsibility of taking care of not only themselves and that load, but everybody else on the road as well, when you can be hauling upwards of 80,000 pounds. But lately, over the last 6 months, I've seen nothing but negligence, neglect, and constant obliviousness to people in the safety aspect of doing their job. I don't know how many times over the last 6 months I've had to stop truck drivers with brakes that are locking up and they don't even know it. Oil just dumping out of the bottom of their motors or somewhere underneath the vehicle that's just spraying all over the highway. And most recently, there was a gentleman that picked up a box truck and looked like it was from the early 90s. I don't know if somebody was restoring it or was going to a scrap yard. Looks like it'd been sitting for a while, had a lot of mildew buildup and just grime all over it from being under trees or just rain in general. The green, nasty, thick, fuzzy stuff. And he's towing it down the road. Front brakes trying to lock up on him. Literally brakes melting off of the thing, turned red cherry hot, dripping all over the rim and on the ground. And as everything I could do was just to stop this guy, he didn't see all the smoke bellowing out from behind his truck. And then just now, I see this stuff every single day. And We've had a lot going on over the last year and a half, but we've been conditioned more now than ever to just really not care. And I think people's lives are so stressed out and so upside down and in shambles and stuff like that, that we've forgotten how to do our jobs, or we don't care that we should be doing our jobs a certain way. And it breaks my heart, sitting behind this guy, driving down the expressway, me wanting to be the one behind him in case something should happen instead of somebody else, knowing damn well that the equipment's just literally falling off the truck and nobody has any idea, nor probably cares. Hell, we can't get freight right now as it is anyway, right? Yet we have docks that are full of nothing but storage or equipment, supplies, warehouses packed full, but yet we can't get supplies. And it leads people, when they're discouraged with the industry in general, from being cognizant of how they should be doing their job and the safety aspect behind it. Because at the end of the day, who cares, right? If you're not going to give me the freight to do my job anyway, to get it to people, because the demand is there, the supply is there, but the transportation, they say, is not there. But it is there. If you look at all the information put out by these people that own these shipping companies and stuff like that, there are nothing but yards full of trailers that are waiting to be loaded. Shipment containers dropped on and transferred. There are plenty of truck drivers across the United States bearing witness saying, we're at these places all the time. And there's so much supply just sitting there waiting to be transported. And there's plenty of drivers that's still without work. There's plenty of companies that still could be having people around the clock moving freight. Yet, they're not doing it. And a lot of the stuff is just sitting and sitting and sitting. So I wonder why the industry is the way it is right now. People are starting to stop caring. It's pretty sad. Safety should be your number one. But the trucking industry as a whole, over the last 6 months, I think a lot of guys are just giving up. A lot of guys just don't care no more. They're being treated as if they're nothing and have no purpose. I think they get to a point as well where, well, I'm going to act like you treat me then, if that's the case. I don't know. Just felt like I would give my Monday rant. It's sad. It really is sad. Y'all be blessed.